everybody. It's a beautiful evening here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I cannot believe we get to spend this evening together with each other. I am your host, Mike Devine, also known as Whoa Cowboy, and today we're going to be watching a beautiful semifinals matchup between the LA Lakers and the sleeping Snorlaxes. In full disclosure here, we did start a little late. I apologize. There is also an ad that's going to be forced to run soon, but I wanted to get us into the action as the game has already started. So let's just jump right into it. We see the Mega Garchomp come out right away into the Stealth Rocks. Okay. Here we go. What can Dugtrio do? The Sucker Punch comes out. Little free hit there. Dugtrio goes down, but it did its job. Rocks are up. Politoed comes out with the Drizzle now. Into the Earthquake. Was that a crit I saw too? Uh-oh. Ice Beam. Politoed stays winning. Zapdos flies above the rocks. Don't have to worry about it. Politoed goes down with the Volt Switch. Folks, we're moving at lightning speed here. I don't know how to slow it down, but we're a little late. Don't worry, I'll keep up. Overquill comes out into the Regice. Oh, here we go, baby. I caught up just like that. All right, so just a quick recap there. It looks like we lost Mega Garchomp quickly. Dugtrio went down and did its job as well. Politoed set up into the Overquill here. Regice, what is going to happen next? As we wait, chat, I'm going to try my best to figure out how to find chat. Feel free to ignore this. How do I find my stream key tab? Embarrassing. Here we go. Overkill with the Swords Dance into the Ice Beam, getting the double attack setup. Wow, the Crunch comes out. Big damage. Ice Beam, well defended. Here we go, another Crunch there to get the kill on Regice. Man, the Swords Dance is going to be tough to play around. I see a Breloom on the bench here. I don't know if that's the move you want to go for. You want to bring something else out and like Zapdos, avoid those spikes. But, ooh, Porygon 2 comes in. Okay, here we go. No rain rest of the game is troubling. I don't know about that. There's tricks up both these teams' sleeves here. The Poison Jab gets the Poison. Hidden Power. Super effective. Uh-oh. I don't know. That Poison landing. Both teams are in pretty good spots right now. Archaludon still hasn't hit the field yet, and that's what I'm most worried about. Once Archaludon gets rolling, folks, it's hard to stop. That Poison is going to be a thorn in the sleeping Snorlax's side here. Both these teams have Snorlax in their names. I don't know what to do about it. I ain't gonna lie. Folks, it's great to have you here tonight. I thank you for joining me. It's really an honor to get to call one of these games. I think I mentioned earlier, but this is a semifinal matchup. Multiple members of my household here have stakes in this game. I, for one, am always cheering for a victory for my homies, so I got to be rooting for the Archaludon Snorlax in the sky here. I hope it comes out. I'd love to see what happens. Also, soft spot for me personally for Aquanid, one of the greatest Pokemon to come out of the middle generations. All right. Into the rocks. Go back here. Just take a look at this Crunch again. I mean, really what I want to check out here is this into the Swords Dance, right? This, oof. I mean, big. And Overquill just really doing what it can to hold on. Talk about drama, folks. I wonder here, you know, Do you send Aquanade in? I think it can deal the dust chip damage. Especially if that Zapdos is going to avoid those Stealth Rocks. It's a little worrisome with 2 Water-type Pokemon still in the roster there, though I suppose Ludicolo is going to hold it down. You wonder what's going to happen here, huh? Looking over, it looks like I am mid-ad. I will hope for the best. Oh, here we go. The Archaludon does come out. I mean, Archaludon just such a powerful sweeper. You got to think we're going for the setup here. That Electro Shot's going to hurt when it comes. I don't believe a Porygon 2 is going to be able to tank that, so do you think they switch into the Zapdos, trying to get the resistance? Otherwise, Basilican goes down to it easily. And I'm not sure about Breloom. I don't remember Breloom being particularly bulky in my day, but things have changed. I am old now. Had in progress 20 seconds still. Uh-oh. All right, beautiful. Our ad is cleared. Folks, Archaludon came out. We were still waiting for the decision on the moves. Porygon 2, though, looks to be in a tough spot. That poison there is really going to give it a tough time. I don't know what you switch into here. I'm interested to see what our different players choose. And you know what? That's why I'm in the booth and they're on the field. Man. I'm hoping to see this Archaludon just go for the sweep. I think it can run the table here. It's kind of been the play, if you ask me. Otherwise, if you're defending against it, I don't know what you got. Into the substitute. Yep, this is what we're looking for. Super effective hidden power. Uh-oh. Okay, this just got interesting. That substitute did a good job of luring that out. Now we know what's going on here. Into the Electro Shot. Here we go, everybody. Clears the Porygon 2. Now Archaludon starts to run from here. I don't know what you do to stop it. Things like a charging bull, once it gets going, it's got nowhere else but forward. The question is, will the Zapdos tank the first hit? I just don't know if it does. After the second, with the second charge shot, I mean, oof. Already 1.5 special attack up. Things are not going to go well. This might be G's, folks. I don't mean to tear down any teams, but man, I'm scared of Archaludon. I've got nightmares about that thing. With the rock setup, I mean, you really got to give credit to Dugtrio. Coming out there for just 2 plays, set the Stealth Rocks, get a Sucker Punch in, and then get the heck off the field with a KO. If you're not running Dugtrio in the Pokemon TCG Pocket, let me turn you on to some game, folks. It's an incredible one to run. It has a 1 power attack, gets to protect if you flip a coin right, and whew. I mean, does this Electro Shot hit in the rain too? Oof. You hate to see it happen. Once again, I'm not gonna lie. I was hoping to see a Aquanid this game, but I don't know. With Archaludon out there, I mean, what do you think they draft Archaludon at, folks? It's got to be the #1 overall, right? It's just so bulky, so powerful. Well, while we wait here, I don't know, guys. I been playing a lot of Pokemon in my day. I've never played in a Pokemon Fantasy League like this. I know just enough to know what's going on, but not quite enough to understand the strategy fully. So again, thanks everybody for joining me tonight. It's truly an honor to be out here, as we're about halfway through this battle, and honestly, maybe even less than that. Hey, I got to admit my own bias here. You know, there's a sticky situation out in the field. It's not the team that has Arcalon, that's for sure. I would like to see the Zapdos come out, but who knows? We saw it, I thought, briefly. Yeah, it just came in for the Volt Switch here in turn 4. So it's already taken some damage, but at least it avoids the rocks. Nalgene appearance, let's go. Thank you, thank you. You guys know I like to stay hydrated. Folks, I hope you aren't using your bend points tonight. Can we get the turn timer? Holy, I agree. These boys gotta get an hourglass set up, huh? But you know, unfortunately, I don't have more of an idea behind the who you go to pick in. You know, you only got 3 choices. You might as well throw somebody out there and see what happens. But I don't blame him. I mean, whoever you put out there is gonna get mauled. Oh, here we go. We get Basque Legion in. Man, is there something I don't know about Basque Legion? Water Ghost? You might have something here. Mold Breaker? It might be its best bet here, huh? Now, folks, I don't know the actual abilities. It would have broken the mode upon entry, though, if I'm not mistaken. Well, while we wait, you know, I've got word that Mr. Bench himself should be back soon. He might even join us. I don't know if he'll be as dressed as I am, of course. That's all right. But we are in his cave tonight, so special thanks to him for letting me take a seat at the driver's station and have a spin here. Please don't... Ooh, here we go. Into the Dragon Pulse. Shadow Ball, big hit. Stamina, though, brings up the defense. Still not enough to take another Shadow Ball. What? Am I missing something? Why do you not go with the Electro Shot there? It takes 2 turns here to burn the item, though. I see. Okay. Ooh, baby. Maybe I spoke too soon. If we can get Arcalon off the field, people might be on the... Snorlax in the sky might be on the ropes here, everybody. This next turn feels like a big pivot move. I guess this is why we waited for those turn timers, huh, folks? Man, I don't know the calcs on that, but that Shadow Ball felt powerful, and that Dragon Pulse did not feel great. Basque Legion, one tanky Pokemon. Especially with the increased special attack. Woof. Arcalon does get a little bit more out of its leftovers, but even with a 1.5 special defense boost, I do not know if it can take another hit, especially from... I mean, even if Breloom comes in, or Zapdos itself might be able to clean this up pretty neatly. Well, folks, while we wait, please make sure you're saving up those Ben shares. I think there is subscriber point or his follower points. Make sure you really make Ben hit those push-ups and those squats tomorrow. If you're feeling generous, you can make him do the hydrate. That's my favorite. Who doesn't love a little water from now and again? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, whatever it is the kids say these days. This is truly a pleasure to be in the bear cave. Bear lair again. Oh boy, here we go.
Hello.
Mr. Ben himself.
Mr. Streamer, let me grab a chair.
How would you like me to scoot here, Ben?
You can stay right there. I'm just going to be over your left shoulder.
Beautiful. I suppose I don't need these headphones on.
Well, Mr. Streamer, how's it going?
Good. We've been waiting on these turn timers here. I will say, it looks like Snorlax in the Sky has got a pretty good setup going, but Bascal Legion took a good hit there from the Dragon Pulse. I don't know what you do from here.
Well, the biggest thing threatening the Archaludon at the moment is that Breloom Mach Punch.
Mm-hmm.
That Technician-boosted Mach Punch is going to be a big impact there, especially with it being priority boosted. That should be enough to knock out the Archaludon.
You would hope. That 1.5 defense boost isn't great. I think the commentator should stop. You can pay for that on the special channel.
That's a tier 2 subscription.
Oh. I do. Yeah, that Mach Punch Technician comes in, but do you even need it? I don't think Archaludon outspeeds, does it? Oh, it does.
So, yeah, we see here that it does outspeed. This is the special variant of Bascal Legion. The female form has a higher special attack set than the physical form, which is the male form. So this one is not going to be running an Aqua Jet that could potentially knock it out, but if we see that Archaludon is faster, then that's probably going to mean Archaludon's going to get a kill here. I would imagine that he's going to go straight into Breloom after the Bascal Legion dies. It's just a matter of, does he want to save this Bascal Legion any further?
Yeah, and Breloom hasn't seen the field yet, I don't believe, so it's coming in at full health.
Breloom's going to be the closer. He's the Mariano Rivera of Colby's team here. So he's got Zapdos, Breloom, and Bascal Legion left. Is it, what's remaining on Typic's team?
Got Aquanid and Ludicolo here.
Ooh, alright. This is a pretty bad spot. It's looking like he's setting up for the Breloom sweep.
Yeah, that Zapdos lurking around the corner is not great.
Oh, you got a pretty active chat here.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Booty Flute? Booty Flute 3, welcome in.
I mean, hey, I'll play your Booty Flute. Sorry. It's different shit. Whoa, guys.
Well, welcome in new attendees. Yeah, this is... I'm sure you've gone over the stakes of the match, this being the semifinals of the Midwest Pokemon League.
Yeah.
Swiss Championship.
Swiss, of course. I mean, the Swiss style is really great for this setup of gameplay.
It's a great cheese, too.
Amen. If you guys are unfamiliar, Swiss style involves playing, if you are 1-1, you play the other 1-1 team. So if you've won 12-3 games over the course of the season, you play the other 12-3 team. Excellent for Pokemon and Quad Ball.
Patty Melts, yeah.
Yeah, and Patty Melts.
Yeah, we like the Swiss format. It's good for establishing kind of a bracket for the playoffs, which we're currently in. So the Swiss aspect of the league is over at the moment, but the playoffs are just as fun. We've got the first time we've done a 16-man playoff ever. We usually just did 16-man seasons. So the fact that we have 16 just in the playoffs alone is a big change. Yeah. Especially since we only did 12 last year. So we're letting all the lower seeds in this season.
Was any first seeded team given a bye?
No, because of the 16-man bracket, everybody had to play. That was the main difference between that and the 12-man format. So we saw the first 4 seeds last season get buys.
I see, okay.
And nobody got buys this year, and we saw a 1 seed and a 2 seed fall in the first round.
Wow. Unlike March Madness. Sounds like you got some real upsets, huh?
We pretty much, every game in the first round was an upset except for 2.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Right on.
We saw the 8 seed and the 3 seed advance.
Ooh.
Oh, I guess, Colby was a 5 seed, so he advanced as well. So 3 of 8 were not upsets. 5 upsets in the first round.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Looking for any action tonight.
Still looking for any action.
Yeah.
If I had to guess, we're looking for... I would imagine Tickle is running multiple calcs here, and I don't know if he is in the building.
Somebody was downstairs earlier. Could have been anybody.
Yeah, I would imagine that B. Tickle, who's operating Snorlax in the Sky, is in the house. So I'd be interested to kind of see what his approach is on this battle. It really is just who is taking the time to run the calcs before this end game comes to a close. After this turn, I don't imagine we're going to see many stoppages after this.
No, it feels like we're at, here we go. The Aquanid comes in, into the Shadow Ball, takes it well.
Okay, so that's an interesting go. Can you hover over the Ludicolo for me?
Sir.
It is at 100%? Okay.
Yeah.
That's in a good spot to be able to survive a Mach Punch from the Ludicolo. It just has to be able to knock out the Breloom with something like an Ice Beam.
Yeah, what do you think this Aquanid sets up with? A liquidation of some sort, or is it going to go for a stat boost?
I think Araquanid is going to try to get some sort of damage on this Basculegion to remove it, and then that's going to welcome in the Zapdos.
Do you think do you think Aquanid can get the KO here, or do you think it's not going to have firepower?
Well, because the Basculegion doesn't have any immunities, I think a single water type attack should be able to knock it out. Something like a liquidation would be able to do enough damage. It's actually able to be boosted by its water bubble ability, which not only makes it resist fire type attacks, which it would initially be neutral to, given that it's a water and bug type. Naturally. It actually resists fire type attacks, it can't be burned, and its water type attacks do double damage.
And this is the water bubble ability, correct?
That's the water bubble ability. So it's got 3 prongs to it, which makes it one of the best abilities in the game.
I remember that from back in the day when I used Aquanid in one of my, was it X and Y playthroughs?
No, Sun and Moon.
Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
Sun and Moon.
The Alola version. So I would imagine that a liquidation should be able to do enough damage here. Another question would be if it wants to set up some sort of sticky webs, but with the current state of the battle and Ludicolo probably being faster than the Breloom, which would be affected by the webs, I would imagine that webs are not a factor in this match.
Yeah, I was going to say, would the Mach Punch not negate the webs anyway, because it's got priority?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's just no reason for it. I would imagine Araquanid's in here just to get some damage off.
Hoping for an offensive push. The Ludicolo in the back line, not quite as threatening. Folks, I thought this game might have been over. I think we are far from it yet.
We're near the end game. It's gotten to that point based on the fact that we're only on turn 13. It looks like it's been a battle of just kind of trading 1-for-1s.
Agreed.
I would imagine that Colby's strategy, this is exactly what he's been planning for the Sleeping Snorlax. It's getting everything removed and chipped enough in the end game so that Breloom can come in and knock out anything. Given that the Los Angeles Lake Spirits, I believe, don't have a ghost type on their team.
Does not seem to be.
That Mach Punch is not immune to anything, and if we look a little closer, it's only a few resistances. Araquanid, Tapu Bulu, and Tornadus and Illumise are the only Pokemon on the field that resist the fighting type attacks.
Yeah, a tough day not to have him brought.
Yeah, was Tapu Bulu brought at all?
No.
Okay, so he didn't bring Tapu Bulu.
Yeah.
Tapu Bulu kind of had a bad matchup in this game, but I thought he would have brought it just for that defensive presence and the ability to kind of live through those Mach Punches pretty easily.
Yeah, I'm bummed once again. We only saw the one Mega. We had a Mega Garchomp to open, but it's a tough life to live as a Mega Pokemon. Forced to use that item.
So the initial structure of the league is that every team was required to have a Mega Pokemon on their team.
Yeah.
And that Pokemon was required to hold the Mega Evolution Stone in order for them to
Mega Evolve.
Yeah, that way they're not able to run different items and stuff. Now, as of, I want to say 2 or 3 years ago, we've made it so that teams are not required to have a Mega Evolution Pokemon on the team, and the Mega Evolution forms are just now separate from Mega Scizor and Scizor are different Pokemon.
Yeah, they're separated.
Qualified, you can draft both in the same season. So that is a structure that has changed. So we see that the LA Lake Spirits do not run a Mega Pokemon this season, and you see a team like the Sleeping Snorlax who are actually drafting Mega Garchomp because it's cheaper than regular Garchomp.
Interesting.
The league has viewed that the rough skin ability on the regular Garchomp and the ability to hold an item is better than the speed loss from Mega Garchomp.
Yeah.
Its speed set actually goes lower. So it's it's actually tiered in OUB rather than OUA.
I see.
Yeah.
Flyron asks, did you guys see the new Mega Leaks? I have not. Have you seen them?
There's been a lot of information. There is a leak that we are expecting 27 new Mega Evolutions in Legends ZA. So That is something that is in the pipeline. I am not going to give too much credence to that just yet.
Just so you guys know, Ben's a hater on the Mega Evolution idea. He doesn't think there's going to be any.
I'm not a hater. I'm just pessimistic.
I have to believe. Here we go.
All right.
Zapdos comes in. Sticky Web does come out.
Sticky Web. So that is interesting. This could be a modest Ludicolo. And a modest Ludicolo would make its speed stat slightly lower than Breloom, who might be running a Jolly nature, which would make it faster than the Ludicolo. And in the state of the battle where there's no rain up to boost Ludicolo's speed, it makes sense for the webs to be up here, just so that he's guaranteed faster and he's forced to click Mach Punch, instead of something like Bullet Seed, which would do a lot more damage.
I see.
But this is a tough spot here because the Basculegion is still alive, causing a lot of problems in the back. It is going to lower the Basculegion's speed, though. So he's setting up for Ludicolo to do some damage here in the end game. He just has to make sure he doesn't take too much damage of it. I don't know what the calc is here between the Zapdos and the Araquanid. We could be looking at something like a Thunderbolt or a Discharge doing a lot of damage, potentially killing the Araquanid. But Araquanid is going to be doing a lot of damage back with that boosted Liquidation.
Yeah, it's an eye for an eye makes the whole world blind.
Yeah. Okay, so he has the Ludicolo, the Araquanid, and the Archaludon. He could be trying to get one more hit off with the Archaludon. Can you hover over the Archaludon real quick?
It's pretty low.
Okay, so 19%. It's revealed. It's the substitute set. I forgot about this. Okay. So he could be looking to try to get some more health back on that Archaludon just via the leftovers, but the substitute
it would be risky.
It would be very risky.
But hey, you can't play safe and win in the playoffs.
True. This is all or nothing in this round of the postseason.
Win or go home. Oof.
And a lot on the line too. I mean, this is a House versus Esposito semifinals. The Esposito brothers are on both sides of the brackets, and two House members, myself and B Tickle, are both facing off against each of the brothers. So
always rooting for the House.
Yeah, when in doubt, vote
root
House.
For the House.
Yeah. But that battle will be happening tomorrow night at 11 p.m.
Ooh, the Hurricane comes
Central.
out, it misses?
But the
wow!
So that's actually crazy because if he would have survived the Hurricane, the Zapdos would be gone.
Oh.
But because it missed, Mirror Coat has been revealed.
Okay. Refresh me, what does Mirror Coat do?
Mirror Coat, if it is hit by a special attack move, Mirror Coat will always go second.
I see.
So if Araquanid gets hit by a special attack and it lives, it's going to deal back double the damage that Mirror Coat did.
So we're in a bit of a standoff here as whether we do the same thing again.
Exactly.
Oh, boy. Wow.
So that was a huge turn. A lot could have had... Oh, I got a Hydrate redeemed. I think my water...
I got my water bottle right here. Don't you worry. I'll drink good.
Have they made you do any push-ups or squats?
Honestly, I haven't checked. I told them early to just save them and make you do them all tomorrow.
That's fair. That's totally fair. Okay, well that's a very crucial turn, and that's one of those instances where you want your opponent to hit, and it missed, which actually did Colby a big favor here. So now the thought process here has to be, all right, do I want to just get the damage off? Maybe I can kill the Araquanid with one hit with Hurricane. Or do I immediately go to something else that I know can take out this Araquanid? Potentially a physical attacker like Breloom.
Yeah. You got to wonder, though, do you go for the chip with Liquidation, or do you try and...
And that's what Tickle's thinking through right now. I mean, it could go either way. You could see something like a Liquidation doing just a good amount of damage on anything. To get any damage on the Breloom right now is a really big deal. But Liquidation would also knock out the Basculegion. I just think the Zapdos is so crucial at this point in the match. I don't know if he
taking no damage, avoided the spikes, avoided the rocks, avoided the webs. To have something above the ground, you know.
Exactly, and it's able to avoid the stealth rocks because it's holding a heavy duty boots. Because it didn't take the 25% damage. We actually know the item on it, even though it's not revealed.
I see.
No.
That's a little insight there.
So this is definitely an interesting spot. It really just comes down to what calcs they're running and what they think the opponent's set is going to be. which you can get from context clues from different points in the match, but for the most part, it's tough to tell.
Thank you, Ward C5. I appreciate that.
Yes, Ward C5.
Brought my nice suit out for tonight. Wanted to make sure I was presentable for all my friends.
No, the suit was a great call. I can actually pull out my jacket here.
And
match the commentator.
Bust them out for the end here, huh?
In this state of the battle, you have to.
Looks like we might be going to a funeral eventually, but whose we still do not know.
Yes. For the sake of not getting too hot, I will take the sweatshirt off.
Oh, take it off. Wow, chicka, wow, wow.
Had plenty of time because we're on the same turn. But yeah, how was the technical difficulties? Did that get figured out?
Yeah, the reason we were late today, in case you guys were curious, the input for the stream key was set to not Twitch. So I just had to click a drop-down menu and click on Twitch.
I know exactly what the problem is.
Something else, but I figured it out.
I've been doing multi-streams with YouTube, and I just didn't set up YouTube for this stream. But glad you figured it out.
Yeah, no problem. It was a fun little all right, I'm smarter than a computer app. I know how to turn
I believed in you.
PDFs into Word documents and back again.
But yeah, a lot on the line here. Another note that's fun is Colby. This is Colby's first ever league appearance.
Wow, so he's a rookie.
Quoting his brother Tyler, he's going to join. He's better than me.
Whoa, and that's high praise.
Exactly, yeah. Tyler has been in the league for about, it has to be like 6 or 7 seasons now. And he made it to the finals in his first split.
Well, okay. As a rookie, wow. So these Esposito brothers are nothing to laugh at. The
Espositos, they are creating a dynasty here. So it's really fun to kind of see how they've progressed. Tyler has kind of turned into more of a stall player with the team that he drafted this season. Mm-hmm. Just a lot of things that do not want to die and just outlast the other team. Colby's built, from what we've discussed, it is pretty much the perfect team. It's one of the best drafted teams we've seen in a really long time. And to have something like Mega Garchomp at the OUB price with how he's been using it, he's made it worth that OUA price, absolutely. So he's got a really nice team with a lot of threats on it. And it's a really tough one to beat.
Yeah, you love to see that Breloom in the back. I mean, just so menacing. And for every switch you make, you're really thinking about that in the back of your head. Basque Legion was an interesting choice. I haven't seen it much in live action, but wow, it came out and really did its job. We see the Volt Switch come out.
So the Volt Switch is here. Depending on what he goes to, the Mirror Coat can still hit the next thing that switches in and will do the same amount of damage. So if he goes to the Basque Legion's dead. If he goes to Breloom, the Breloom's dead. All of these are dead.
If he used Mirror Coat.
If he uses Mirror Coat.
But even if he used Liquidation, he's at least getting chip on... Well, he's probably going to take KO the Basque Legion and then get a little chip on the Breloom. Mm-hmm. Interesting to see what we choose here.
So he's
into the Basque Legion.
And...
Toxic.
All right, so that's going to give Basque Legion one more turn, which is likely going to remove Araquanid. Based on the calcs that we've seen from previous Shadow Balls, 36% damage on the last one. That is going to be enough to kill the Araquanid if it does go with the Shadow Ball. So,
do you think you switch into the Ludicolo here? Do you think you switch into the Archaludon?
It depends. I think the Araquanid is in the position to... It's going to remove one thing, and that's all it was really going to be able to do. The Mirror Coat would have been fantastic, because then it would have been in a position to do multiple KOs. Instead, it's probably going to go down here on the next turn.
You hate to see it.
If the Basque Legion...
here comes the Shadow Ball. That's it.
And then the Toxic is going to knock it out too.
Into the Blind Switch. Here we go.
And now we've got two Blind Goes.
Oh boy, smooching time!
Look at what the philosophy is here.
Ad's starting soon.
Oh, yes, we get let's hope they take a really long time with this one. I think we just had a follower.
It's smooching time?
Oh, boy, smooching time. Thank you for the follow, Ward C5. It's a clip from the Legend of Zelda TV
right?
show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the follow notification, and then
Oh boy, smooching time!
Princess is the subscribe notification.
Very nice.
But, alright. So where are we with this battle? Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated, Ward C5.
Thanks, C-Dubs. Appreciate it.
Alright, so we've got 2 Pokemon to choose from each side here. I think you could make an argument for our Chowdon to come in and essentially just get damage off on something like the Zapdos. If it's against the Breloom, it has no chance. It's going to die to the Mach Punch. This is a really bad spot for B-Tickle.
Yeah, this isn't looking good for our heroes.
Oh.
What's your win condition here if you are Mr. Tickle?
It's got to be the Ludicolo. It has to basically be at full health if it wants to live the Mach Punch from the Breloom, but even then that's not guaranteed. If this is a banded Breloom, which I don't know if we've taken a look at the calcs or anything, but we've had nothing revealed on it at this point.
Yeah, it's just lurking.
If it is the banded Breloom, a Mach Punch should be able to just knock out definitely the Archaludon, and it could be a roll against the Ludicolo.
Oh, no. I really thought... I mean, once Archaludon got going, I thought there was no stopping it. This has been quite the turn of events for me and my words. I'm going to have to eat my own hat. I apologize to the Esposito brother.
Sly Weasel's asking, where's the tie? It's in the closet. It just takes me too long to tie it.
It's alright. 1 tie, 2 guys. We've seen that video.
I've seen enough commentators try to rock the no tie. Unsuccessfully. But
to each their own.
Instead of wearing my almost Friday tee.
It's not even almost Friday. It's Monday.
Oh, almost.
It's almost Friday.
I went to the place where when I go, it's almost Friday.
So true.
Yeah.
When you're with us, your family. That's Olive Garden.
Olive Garden, of course. And we got through the ad break. Wonderful.
Just like that. Still no action here, folks. We're just waiting on this blind switch. I mean, the nerve's got to be high. The tension is at an all-time.
And there are the squats. If you'd like to, you can rock the squats with me after the battle concludes.
Oh, here we go. Breloom comes in. Archaludon comes out, too.
All right, so the sticky web is potentially big. The big...
Into the Mach Punch. That's it for Archaludon. Goes down. I don't know if Ludicolo has enough in it to get it out of this.
I think the biggest problem we're running into is that Ludicolo will not be faster than the Zapdos. It depends on the Zapdos set. If this is a offensive Zapdos, it should be able to outspeed and knock it out with a Hurricane. It does have to hit the Hurricane, but... And then we're also...
Seen Hurricane miss once already tonight.
Exactly. So it's very debatable. I think it could be a defensive set, which then it just comes down to can Ice Beam kill. This is going to likely be a Life Orb Ludicolo running Grass move, Water move, Ice Beam, and probably some other attacking move I can't think of at the moment. But it's going to be clicking Ice Beam here if it does have it, and it's probably going to be clicking it for the remainder of the battle. The best chance it has is to click Ice Beam and hopefully freeze the Zapdos, but it also has to survive the Mach Punch here from the Breloom.
Man, I don't know. Things aren't looking good here. I mean,
Breloom. Really
I think Breloom really just rolls this, right? I don't see.
It should.
Much other.
With the speed drop from Sticky Webs, Ludicolo is faster, which is forcing it to click Mach Punch.
Mach Punch
so the
comes
Mach Punch
out,
doesn't do enough
56% damage. Ice Beam super.
Oh, but it's running Yache Berry to resist,
Whoa!
and that's gonna do it.
Uh-oh. Just like that. Mach Punch again. Ludicolo goes down. The house is down to 1 member in the semifinals to be determined.
Wow.
Will we have an Esposito Brothers finals? I hope not.
Wow. That was an amazing battle, an amazing set on the Breloom. Rather than going for the Choice Band, we saw a Yache Berry, which makes it so that it consumes it, and then it resists the next Ice-type move that hits it. So it only took half. So it would have fainted if it was not running that item. And from that calc, we can see that the Mach Punch, if it was Choice Banded, would not have killed the Ludicolo. So that was a Breloom specifically designed to live that Ice Beam, which is just an awesome bring.
I mean, just planning ahead, knowing what your opponent's going to do, that is just excellent gameplay out of that. Congratulations to Esposito. That is impressive.
Yep. Colby and the Sleeping Snorlax will be advancing to the finals, which will be taking place sometime next week. And then we got a battle slated tomorrow night between the Hong Kong Bronzongs, my team, versus the Hartford Wailords.
Well, I wish you luck. Thanks for having me on tonight, everybody.
Thank you
for joining us.
For hosting this.
No, of course, please.
This worked
was
out
awesome.
perfectly.
Yeah, this was great. I am wearing shorts, so when I get up, you are all gonna get a sneak peek, essentially.
Oh yeah, not if you in the stream, or honestly.
Oh well, you got. I think you have push-ups and squats to do, Ben.
I have squats to do for sure.
Yeah.
So.
This is 5 days ago. I don't even know what I'm looking at.
Oh no.
Oh, I see. All right, well, chat. Thanks for being with me tonight.
Yeah, I will go ahead and take over. And yeah, I'll keep the chair here if you decide to hang out for a little bit. Might even do some unknowns tonight. We'll see. I know you got an early schedule, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna read my book. I just picked up a new one, so.
Oh, very good.
It's that time for me. Well, thanks for having me on again.
Thank you for a great commentary. I'll have the VOD saved and we'll review it together. It'll be up on the Midwest Pokemon League YouTube.
I'm looking forward to it.
Wonderful. All right.